Hi guys, and welcome to the 2023 rolling project pan. 23 makeup products till the end of 2023. The beginning of each year is really exciting in terms of project planning because you get to create your project, and I'm pretty excited for this year because I actually don't have very many products I want to pan. Most of my products are hardly touched or quite new. So I kind of struggled with finding 23 makeup products I can use up or I want to use up in this project pan. Now, most of the products will be completely new. If you are subscribed to my channel and you're following my project planning, then you might recognize a few products from the last year's project pan because I am not a quitter. And once I've introduced something into a project pan, I simply want to use it up. And if this product, like it has actually happened with some of the products in the last year's project plan, if some of those products are hardly touched throughout the year, then I'm most likely going to just roll them over into the new one because I want to use them up, because they are the oldest products I have in my makeup collection. This is literally the purpose of my project pan, to use up the older products. Anyways, that was a really long introduction. I hope you're still with me. Let me just show you the products. The Shapeshifter palette by Urban Decay is back. I am introducing two products from this particular palette this year. One of them is the bronzer. This is the first time I'm panning it. The second product is the contour, which I had in last year's product pan, but I never got around to using it even, I think, once. So the two products are quite new. I've used the contouring powder a little bit, but not much at all, as you can probably tell. By the way, even though some of the products come in palettes, I count them separately, so there are two products in this one palette. The next product is something that I have attempted to pan for a couple of years now, but well, in the past at least, I tried to use it only during the summer. This year, I am going to at least try to use it throughout the year. This is the Elizabeth Arden Body Bronzer, Sheer Body Bronzer. It's massive, it's 70 grams. It's like a cream bronzer that comes with this applicator. There is a bit of a dent, but it's so big. This bronzer is just so big that I'm simply hoping that maybe this year I can actually use it up at last. Now, the next product is a highlighter. Highlighters are notoriously difficult to pan because you need so little. The one I have is from the Sleek Contour and Highlight Duo. This is the highlight. As you can see, hopefully, I did use it. I would say a handful of times. There's definitely evidence of me having used it in the past. The reason why I'm panning it is because, as you can see, the lid of this duo is missing. This is pretty much done. I think I'm probably gonna try to pan it in next month or two, just use it up completely outside of the project pan, and then I'm gonna continue using the highlight probably throughout the year because that's a big task. The Balm Highlight and Contour palette is back this year, and I am panning 3 products from this particular palette. 2 of them are the contours. The pans are not particularly big, so I have no doubt I will use those up. And then I'm actually trying to pan this blush as well. I would then be left with only this blush and the highlights, so maybe I will try to pan the highlighters next year. The blush I love, so I don't want to introduce it into a project pan because I just don't want to kind of use it when I don't feel like it, if you know what I mean. So I will decide on it in the future. It's not really an urgent decision this year. Now, the next product is the oldest foundation that I have in my collection. It is probably one of the oldest products in my entire collection as well, and it is a liquid product, so that's why I am trying to pan it this year. It is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Cover Camouflage Makeup for Face and Body. It's basically a very thick, high coverage foundation. This is in 2W2 Rattan, which is a very yellow color. In fact, many years ago when I got this foundation, I reviewed it on my channel. It was one of my very first videos. and it's just so yellow on my face. It looks ridiculous. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to mix it with a different foundation. And I have another foundation by Estee Lauder that I use sometimes to mix the shades if mostly something is too dark for me, because that foundation is very light. So I am hoping that I can use this foundation up by mixing it with the Double Wear by Estee Lauder. It is probably gonna take me an entire year to use this up because it's very high coverage foundation, so you really need a teeny tiny bit at a time. I am introducing a second blush into this project pan, and this one is by Maybelline. It is Expert Wear Blush in 79 Flush Plum. Well, the reason why I'm actually introducing it is because it's broken. Like, it keeps falling out the pan look. I mean, yeah, so I just don't, I really don't like that. So, oh, here we go. And it crumbled in my hands as well. At least I know it's a nice color. Anyways, so this is almost new. I did use it a few times, but really not much. As you can see, it looks quite new. So hopefully I will get it used up by the end of the year. This is the second blush in my project pan. So that's, I would say that's a lot of blush for one project pan, especially when I'm using the two simultaneously, almost. The next product is actually a fairly new nail polish. It's by Orly, and this is in Chantilly Peach. It's a big nail polish. It's 18 mils, so it's actually bigger than OPI, I think, off the top of my head. I am trying to pan it this year, and I will pan it, I have no doubt about it. I am trying to pan it because I don't like the shade. I don't like it, so I'm going to be using it on my toes, as I often do, and this way I am planning on using it up. And I don't normally introduce very new products to my project pans. Projects pan. Is it? Anyways. But yeah, if I don't like the shade of a nail polish, then I will do that. Now, the next three products are the products I am rolling over from the 2022 project pan, and these are the three Revlon lip glosses. They have been used, as you can see from the markings, but there's still plenty. There's still more than enough for the entire year, especially since these are not the only lip glosses I am introducing into this project pan. Now, this is a Bourjois lip crayon, like, it's old. It is in 04 Peach on the Beach. Oh, that's another peach shade in my project pan. I'm not gonna roll it all the way up because I don't want it to break. I will mark it. I will show you a picture of what it looked like in the intro in the next video. It's pretty much new. I used it probably less than 5 times, to be fair. So I am just trying to make the most of it because it's just really on its last leg. At least the container is. I'm not sure about the product. Now, there are 3 more lip glosses that I have in this project pan, and these are all from Maybelline. They are lovely. I really like these lip glosses, and I like the Revlon ones, so I have no issue with using any of them. It's just that they are kind of older at this point. I did use them a little. I have not marked the container because the product is just literally all over the wall, so it never really settles down. I hope that maybe if I use them more, then it will start sort of settling at the base, and then maybe I can start marking them. But at this point, I would say I am very, very near the top on all of those lip glosses. I am introducing 3 in total products for eyebrows. 2 of the products are from Inglot, and these are from this, well, it's sort of like a freestyle palette, but they are just over here. These are kind of like waxes, like pigmented waxes. I've had this for a long time. I might have made it private, but I actually have a whole video from like 7 years ago when I bought this entire palette or set of eyeshadows and other products. So these 2 products are old. They're still usable as far as I can tell, so no issue with that. But yeah, I think it's probably just time to have them used up. The third eyebrow product is, again, something that is kind of on its last leg. I've had it for a while and I've used it a decent amount of time, but it's a product that you don't need a lot of, so it takes a really long time to use it up. And this is by Maybelline. This is Brow Precise Fiber Filler Brow Mascara. The issue with this product is that I can't actually tell where I'm at and how much product is left, and it's gonna be very difficult for me to tell you the progress. So I would just try to keep track of how often I use it, and I don't know, maybe I would just use a different brush to apply it to my eyebrows, because yeah, I've been using it now for a number of years and there's still plenty of product left as far as I can tell. So yeah, and my eyebrows don't get much on them from this product when I use the original brush. So I will figure something out and see how I can maybe use it a little bit more efficiently and actually more beneficially for my overall makeup look as well. This year I'm going to be panning an eyeliner pencil. This is by Makeup Forever. I have used it quite a few times actually at this point. It is just getting old. It's a little dry. It's waterproof. I think that maybe that's the reason why it's kind of dry, and it's just not as black as I would like it to be. So, you know, this is an eyeliner pen, so it will take a while for me to actually use it up. I have no doubt about it, but I kind of am used to using it now. I'm actually wearing it on my eyes today, and there's kind of like a little wing that I've made with it. You can hardly see it because basically that's the shade of this eyeliner pen, so it's not really black, it's more like grayish black or charcoal black, depending on whether you want to smudge it or just keep it as you've applied it, which doesn't look very good. So anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna try to pan it, but this is gonna be a long journey as well, as it often is with eyeliner pencils. The next product is also from Makeup Forever, and this is the HD High Definition Pressed Powder. I've used that powder a few times. I don't really know what it's meant to do, to be honest. It just doesn't seem to do much. So I was like, I keep sort of avoiding this powder when doing my makeup. So I kind of thought, you know what, I might as well just try to use it up by the end of the year. It's about 6 grams of powder, but I genuinely just kind of find it hard to incorporate it into my makeup because I don't know what it's meant to do. It's a white powder, so yeah, maybe I would just Google it. And the last product in this year's Project Pan is by Laura Mercier, and this is the High Coverage Concealer for Under Eyes. I've been using it for the past year or so, or maybe a little bit less. I really don't like this concealer. It is, I don't know whether it's because it's old. It's not very old. I don't have very old makeup, at least by my standards. But it's just so dry and pasty. I can't really either evenly distribute it on my eyelids, and it doesn't even want to come out, so it's a pain to even get it out of the tube because it's just so thick. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe I would just continue using it like all over my face and under my eyes. It just doesn't necessarily look that great. That's the issue. But yeah, I would say that probably I'm about halfway done with it, but you don't really need much. Again, this is one of those products that you can't really keep a very clear progress of because it's not a see-through tube. I can feel the product because it's so thick. It doesn't want to settle down. I can feel the product even up to here. So we'll see how it goes. There's definitely still plenty for probably the entire year, sadly. And this is it, guys. That's 23 makeup products for this year. I am keeping my fingers crossed. I have no doubt that some of them will be definitely used up. I'm kind of hopeful for the lip glosses this year because this is an area that I'm struggling with. So wish me luck. And if you liked the video, please do like it, subscribe for maybe I'm hoping for more regular updates than I normally make. So stay tuned for update number 1 in the next hopefully month or so, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.